YouTube. I told y'all I wanted to tell y'all a story from when I was in the oil field. So here it is. Don't mind the background noise. I'm at the house. Somebody is, I guess they blowing the leaves off. I'm getting ready to barbecue some burgers. Um, I haven't figured out what time I'm gonna leave tomorrow. I got three different routes I can take, and one of the routes I know, but I don't really like the road. It's the shortest as it pertains to miles, and it's the shortest in time. But that is only because the route that I want to take is longer, and it's just mainly interstate driving. So I'd rather do that. I don't want to be going through all the little back roads and stuff like that. I don't like all that, and especially with me working off of just this one tank. I need to make sure that I'm on a road where if I have to pull over and get some diesel, let me pull over and get some diesel. Anyway, to the story. So, if anyone's ever worked in the oil field as a driver, or if you haven't, you know, we've all been out in the wee hours of the morning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So, the way it was set up, um, you would go to the sand plant, get your sand. We was only even carrying two different type of sands, 40, 70, or 100 mesh. So it was probably, mm, I had to say it was probably 1:30, 2 a.m. And I think this was probably my first or second load um, of me waking up, right? Because it's the same way you do your 10 hours. You get up and go, you tell dispatch, hey, I'm ready for a load. So anyway, I was about to get on the main highway. And so what they had done, and which a lot of guys out there, I ain't gonna say a lot, some guys would do, is if they miss the turn or something, instead of continuing to go forward until they get to a town or something so they can turn around, they'll just use the cross and the median. So I think they were doing some road work, and I guess the guy missed his turn. He had to miss the turn because the road that I was coming out on, where he was located, obviously he blew past that road and realized it and realized that he needed to turn around. So the dip in the median was just like, I mean, it went straight down and came straight back up. Like, so nothing was going on there but like cars, well, not even cars, just service trucks, like work trucks and stuff. So he felt that he could make it across there. So he went on there, and the landing gear got stuck. I mean, it drug a little bit, but I mean, it literally drug into the road. And so his whole truck was blocking the left lane and three-fourths of the right lane. So I saw it when I was passing by, and I said he's gonna be there for a while. And when I seen it initially, I guess he had called one of his buddies because he had another truck out there gonna pull it, with a chain. I'm like, no, I don't. You're gonna have to pay that record bill, and up there they were price gouging because where I was at out there in Pecos or Pecos, it wasn't that many shops and record truck companies out there because like the oil boom happens and they just didn't have the infrastructure around it. So the guys that were already out there doing record services and stuff like that, they were in a position where they could just charge you whatever you wanted. So obviously you don't want to be in a situation where you gotta pay that large amount of money, but in a situation like that you have to. So when I came back, we literally had to get off the road because the trailer on the backside was still almost in the road on the other side. And so I was like, why would you do that? Like, why? Why would you do that? I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, why? You know? It was a lot of instances like that. There was another instance like they had some sand out there, and the sign would say, "Do not attempt to turn around in the sand," because what you were gonna do when you get in that sand is it was just gonna sink your truck down, and since it's nothing hard to gain traction, you're just gonna be stuck there. And so we was at the sand plant, and a guy just drove in the sand, and he was stuck, and it just really made you think like it's some guys out here, man, that y'all either pushing it too hard to the point that your mind is not allowing you for you to think logically, because it was really a round the clock type operation. The way they had it set up is you could stop your 14-hour clock. So if you were on site waiting to get unloaded, you could just pause that, and it was unlimited. So if you haven't, if you didn't gain the or learn the ability to say, hey, it's gonna be maybe an hour, 2 hours before I get loaded. I need to lay it down. If you just try to stay up just because it's daytime, this gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. But I just want to tell y'all this story, man. I thought it was kind of funny, man, but it was just a um, it was poor judgment on his behalf, right? But back to y'all tomorrow, give y'all an update on which ride I took.